Hey everybody, what's up? It's Nicole. Welcome back to my channel, Real Talk Recovery, where we talk about recovery from addiction and I share my life with you. So today I wanted to come on, you guys, because I've read all your comments and thank you so much for coming over and commenting on my video that I put up about the rewired soul. I want to come on here and I want to make a point to let you guys know that I don't hate Chris. I'm not trying to hurt him, but I have got to call this out. What he's doing is dangerous and it's harmful to others. Hear me out, okay? It doesn't matter if he is talking about Suboxone. It doesn't matter if he's talking about methadone. It doesn't matter if he's talking about Lexapro or Wellbutrin, mental health medications. What is wrong, and the reason why I have a problem with Chris sharing saying what he's saying, is that one, he's not a doctor. Two, he has 80,000 people watching his channel. And three, there's not just one way to recover. There are many different pathways to recovery. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to come over here and I wanted to read some of the comments and show you guys some of the comments that are on this video that he put up. So that way people can understand why I'm upset. Chris does these things for attention. He wants to pull people over to his channel, okay? Because when he has chaos or controversy, it brings more people over to his channel. And so this is what he does. He likes getting a rise out of people. So I won't go over to his channel and give him any more views. Like, I won't watch the video. I put it on pause and I go down to the comment section. So that's what we're going to do. Okay. So let's read these comments together. And I'm not live streaming because I want to be able to do this and read the comments with you guys. Okay, so we're going to do this together. All right. So can I flip this around? Let me see. Okay, probably not. Okay. Now I'm just gonna have to read them to you because I'm just like ghetto as hell. So I have a young lady's comment right here. Her name is Ashley Bishop. Hey Ashley, if you see this video, I'm going to read your comment, girl, and I respect what you're saying, and I totally agree. Ashley says, if people can get clean and stay clean without medication assistance or tapering off completely and living a sober life, then good for them, and that's awesome. People have different ways of getting clean. Unfortunately, not everyone can live a normal life once they have been addicted to heroin for X amount of years. The brain has changed and they end up with post-acute withdrawal syndrome. And that can last a very long time, often leading people to relapse. Some people have to stay on methadone or Suboxone. I have been on methadone for 4.5 years and relapsed after I was off of it. And now I'm tapering from Suboxone slowly. I hope I can stay clean and not have pause again. But if I have to go back and get back on Suboxone, I will on one of the two, just so I know I won't relapse or die. This is my life at risk, and I don't want to be on a medicine forever. But if that's what keeps me alive, then so be it. See, absolutely, totally. That's how I feel. Then another girl, Courtney March, says, Suboxone saved my life. I'm over 6 years clean, and I never could have done it without Suboxone. The people that abuse it or sell it to buy other drugs give it a bad reputation. Absolutely. Sofa King says, whether we take a car or walk, the highway or the side street, we are trying to reach the same place, sobriety. It doesn't matter how long or how we get there. Couldn't have said it better myself. Okay. Okay, Heather Savin says, wow, I'm crying watching this. My doctors want me on Subutex for the rest of my life. Yes, word for word, they said to be on it for the rest of my life. It's been 2 years so far. I've wanted to get off of my Suboxone for a long time, but I'm scared to endure the withdrawal effects. Heather, don't be afraid. Get yourself a support system, start some therapy, get into a recovery program, AA, NA, Smart Recovery, Refuge Recovery, and get some support and taper slowly. Taper slowly. But you don't have to be afraid. You can do this. Carly H. says, Chris, I have no idea what kind of stuff you were given. I asked to be given Suboxone instead of methadone because I didn't want to be off my face all the time. And Suboxone blocks the receptors that make you feel high. I'm genuinely surprised you got high from it. I never had. Maybe because of what I was taking before it. But I always wondered why people sell it because I literally couldn't get high. Let me explain something to you guys. If when you get placed on Suboxone, you are opiate naive. That means you have no opiates in your system, or you haven't been taking opiates, okay? You're opiate naive. That means there's no opiates in your bloodstream, okay? Then you will experience a euphoria on your first dose of Suboxone. Suboxone is going to change the way you feel when you're first transitioning onto it. The purpose of Suboxone, though, is to be on a levelized, stabilized dose, and by the second or third day, you guys, you're completely normal. You don't feel anything. And what I mean by you're going to feel euphoric is you're going to be tired, drowsy. You're not going to be high like you are on heroin, okay? I was placed on Suboxone after being sober for 30 days. I got on Suboxone my first day on it, and it made me really drowsy. So I went to sleep. The next day when I woke up, I dosed, and I was completely fine. Okay, that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Like, I got put on Suboxone after being sober for 30 days. Because when I got out of treatment, I was like, oh my God, I want to get high. And the things that I had at stake was my son's life. My son was in DHS custody. And so it was either get on Suboxone and not relapse, or try to do it without Suboxone and take a chance of relapsing and having my rights terminated. So I chose the other way, and I've been on Suboxone for almost 4 years, and I haven't relapsed and used any kind of drink or drug in 4 years. And now I'm tapering low and slow with my doctor. I'm following a taper plan. I'm going to therapy. I am involved in my recovery. I do recovery meetings here on my channel. I run a medically assisted treatment support group here on my channel every Friday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time for people just like you and me to come here and have support. So that way we are not alone. Okay? There is not just one way to get sober. And putting it out there that it's wrong to be on Suboxone for any amount of time longer than your opinion is absolutely dangerous and irresponsible, because now we have people questioning their treatment programs that they're in. Okay? Honestly, you guys, after 2 weeks, I had no idea where I was going. I hadn't even started getting into my therapy yet. I hadn't even started addressing all the wreckage of my past. Fines and fees, law stuff, in trouble with the courts, DHS. I mean, family issues, homeless, jobless, carless. After 2 weeks, so you're going to rip me off Suboxone after 2 weeks and send me out into the regular world where I have no support. I have been on drugs for the last 15 years, and you're just going to toss me out here. And see, this is what these treatment centers do. They get you off and they put you out in the real world with nothing to fall back on. So when you get on medically assisted treatment, you guys, that's why it's so important to get into a treatment program and to get into therapy. Because while you're doing those things and while you're on the medicine, you can build your life, okay? That's what it's all about. And so I just wanted to come on here because I don't hate Chris. I'm just really disappointed in him. And I keep on thinking that he's going to be better. I keep on thinking that he's going to like act like someone who's in recovery. I keep thinking that he's going to look at his own behavior and realize how he could be hurting and harming other people, but he never does. So that makes me question, where's his sponsor? Where are the people that are supposed to be guiding him and helping him in his recovery? You know, it makes me question whether he is even telling these people what he's doing, because he is just on an ego tirade. It is so hard to watch. And that's what we have to stop doing. I won't go over there and watch his videos anymore. Not after this. Chris blocked me on Twitter after I tweeted him. This is what I said. Please, Chris, this is so irresponsible what you're doing and dangerous. Please think about the people that you're affecting. Think about the drug addicts who are struggling, who don't feel like they fit in, who just got put on Suboxone, who are trying to find what works for them. And here we got your big-headed ass on YouTube talking like you know what you're talking about. Being on Suboxone for a couple days, you have no idea what you're talking about. Taking Suboxone recreationally on the streets, you have no idea what you're talking about. Suboxone is meant to be taken with the care of a physician, and you're supposed to be in some kind of treatment program. At my clinic, we have to go to therapy, and we have to go to meetings, AA or NA, and we also do MAT support groups at my clinic, where we all get together and we have the therapist and the doctor, and we do a class, and they teach us stuff, okay? And they teach us about the disease of addiction. Okay, your name says Suboxone is addictive, and I can agree with that. You will become dependent on Suboxone, you guys. Honestly, anything you can get addicted to, anything you can become dependent on. If you went to pull me off of Lexapro, I would go through withdrawal. Does that mean that I'm on drugs? No, that's my mental health medication. Okay, I'm on Wellbutrin. I can't just get pulled off that because I'll get sick. All right? Using that as an example, well, if you go through withdrawal, then you're addicted. That's not how it works, honey. There's a lot of things that cause withdrawal. Sugar, coffee, nicotine, mental health medications, benzodiazepines, all kinds of things cause withdrawal, you guys. Being dependent on a medication is absolutely different than being addicted to something, you guys. Absolutely different. And this is what this person says. I don't steal from my family and lie and rob stores or overdose, though, while I'm on my Suboxone program. Okay, thank you. Suboxone saved my life, says Leanne. Austin says, I don't get high from my Suboxone. I know some people who do, but for me, I was on so much heroin before that, even when in the past I purposely took too much of my subs to try and get high, and even then I didn't feel anything. Really, apart from nausea, it's just not the same as a full opioid. Absolutely. Okay, Jenny D says, I am on methadone maintenance. I know you're talking about Suboxone, but it's similar. I used drugs for almost 10 years, but hard opiate use for almost 7 years. I shied away from NA meetings because I dove so deep into those meetings. No maintenance program, nothing. And then they were so gossipy and judgmental. I was going to meetings legit 3 times a day. When I got a job, I started doing just one on some days. God forbid I worked all day and missed one meeting. That meant that I relapsed, and they could all talk trash. All I heard in those meetings were war stories. I tried meetings in 3 different counties. All the same. But hey, if it works for people, then it works for people. Not trying to bash them. Just sharing my personal experience. Because it doesn't work for me. I started methadone because I found out I was pregnant and was physically dependent on opiates. Didn't have a choice to detox. Suboxone didn't work for me. It always threw me into precipitated withdrawal. Methadone changed my life though. Clean a little over 4 years, and yes, I said clean. If you saw how I was before, I've made a 360-degree change. I use it properly. No, it doesn't get me high. In the beginning, of course it did, until I was leveled out and used to it. I do individual and group counseling every month. Different things work for different people. I have been tapering for a while now. I don't think these substances should be used for 10 plus years, and yes, it takes a long time to taper, but it changed and saved my life. I tried many other forms of recovery that just never worked for me. People have died from using Vivitrol because they want to use and they can't feel the high, so they keep doing more and more. No form of recovery is perfect. It's all in what works for different people. I know this is a novel, but it's an important subject. It's a horrible epidemic. I agree. It makes me so angry, you guys, because he does these things, you guys, because he wants to get a rise. And if I can just encourage you guys to just unsubscribe and just stop talking to him. Stop even giving him the time of day, because that's all we can do. And as the recovery community, we have to keep on just standing tall and standing up for what is right, and helping other people and reminding people that in recovery, we're all inclusive. It doesn't matter how you're getting to where you're going, just as long as you're on the journey. And I want you guys to all know that you're welcome here on my channel anytime. And I love you guys, and I'm proud of each and every one of you, no matter how you get to where you're going. I want you guys to succeed.